We are at the most iconic house in Australia, the Sydney Opera House, and I've got an expert in property down in the Melbourne market. What do you reckon, Michael, about what's happening in Melbourne and wider Victoria?
Yeah, so Melbourne, obviously we've been on the downward spiral for a couple of years. I reckon we're sort of at the bottom of the market now, even though it's the price of property is still a little bit out of reach for some people, but I think we are at the bottom. So people that are willing to jump in now, maybe not to sort of settle now, but for an option deal or something in 1 to 2 years' time, will definitely benefit from it.
And when you say the bottom might last for a little while, a long while. What do you think? Where are we going with Melbourne property, Victorian property?
Yeah, so like when I'm saying the bottom, like there's different segments within the Melbourne property. I'm obviously down the Geelong and Bellarine Peninsula, so that's another little market that I think it's got a lot of potential, not even 12 months, but even now, because you see the things that are popping up on the market. They used to take a few months to sell. Things now are sort of selling within a couple of weeks up to a month, so I think there's some really great opportunities. You've got to find some properties we've got a bit of a twist, that's it.
We just talked about property twist. What are your versions of that property twist that people can get involved in?
Yeah, so things like you can add value instantly, so you don't have to wait for the market. So things you can subdivide, develop at the back. There's new legislation that you can put granny flats on without doing subdivision, so that goes through all the red tape as such. Renovations, there's a lot of builders that aren't quoting anymore because through the pandemic they've sort of shut shop. So if you want to get your hands dirty, do a bit of a cosmetic reno, I think that's an opportunity there.
And what are you doing? What's the next steps for Michael when it comes to property development, those properties with a twist? Or is that the secret sauce that you don't want to give away?
No, exactly what I said. I'm happy to share my knowledge and information because there's plenty of opportunities out for the people willing to take or put their toe in the water. So,
what's the biggest secret to the success that you've had in property? Is it kind of the deal? Is it the actual the twist that you do on the deal? What is it that really helps you generate the profits?
I just think you got to look at opportunities and you have to be ready. First, you have to be ready. So get your finance in place, know your budget, know what you can commit to it from the outset. And then as soon as something pops up, you have to move extremely fast. So especially now, I'm thinking if people go in, you wait a week or two, the really good opportunities go straight away. I was at an auction recently. They listed a house for sale. It was too cheap. But then they changed the campaign, went to an auction. It actually went for $200,000 more than what the listing price was, and that was only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but you did tell me in that it sold cheaper still, and the person would have still made money on it, even if they were a developer around it.
100%.
So just be careful around that as well. Like I will say that it is a market that is at that bottom. There is opportunities if you are a bit savvy. But the deal, finding those deals, and how do you find those deals? Why do you find those and make the profits that others are unable to make?
Yeah, so Build to Grow, been around for over 20 years in building, 12 just in Geelong specifically. So we've got a good name, reputation. We've got a lot of relationship and connection. So a lot of these deals or people come to us before they even hit the market. And again, speed is the best thing. So if you're ready,
we're here with JT Fox today, and he's talking about speed of implementation all the time. So it's just so important with property that you get in there first and get the deal done. Obviously, do your numbers before.
Yeah.
Make sure you get in there and get the deal done before other people get the opportunity to see it once, twice, 3 times. We always talk about as a previous buyer's agent to look at where those off-market deals are coming through, those connections that you have with real estate agents. Any final words, Michael?
Yeah, just know your numbers and give it a crack. All the best.